Hey spicy fans, today I'm glad to share with you how I make my version of nkatibe. Oh my god, ooh, look at my soup. Nkatibe is simply palm nut soup and peanut soup mixed combo. We make these soups when there's not enough of each. But it has become a very good delicacy. People love it. So it has become a popular and a super meal. I am making it right now for you to see. This is my peanut butter. And this is my palm nut butter. This is just what I use. I am starting by putting in and mashing some peanut paste in hot water. There are different ways people make this soup. Some start with the palm nut paste and then they mash the peanut butter into it. But you have to really give time for the peanut butter to boil very well and cook well. If it doesn't do so, you will have problems with your bowel. So I cook this first, let it boil till you start seeing oil on top of it. Need a little bit of water. The amount of the paste you take depends on the quantity of your soup that you want to make. Peanut paste can be very much when it's cooking. It also depends on the thickness of the type of soup you want. If you want it very light, you need to put more water in it. But if you don't want it light, you make it thick. And guess what? I am having this soup today with kokonte. You know what kokonte is? Akaka. You know what akaka is? La piwa. Face the wall. Name them. Kokonte is a beautiful, beautiful dish for this soup. You can use fufu and other things, rice, eba, amala. Now I'm waiting for the peanut butter to cook and start bringing up some oil on top. That's how I'll know it's cooked. Then I add my palm paste. Cover it up if you want. If it is poto in. Yes. Give it stir occasionally. Look at that. It's thick. Nice and thick. It can burn. I want to add a little bit more water. Otherwise, it boils too violently. Just have maximum patience for it, and then it will boil nicely and bring up oil. I'm checking on my boiling peanut butter and I can see oil starting to appear on top. Let me show you. You see some of the oil? So it's ready for the palm nut paste to go in. If you are cooking palm nut soup and peanut soup together, please make sure you cook the peanut butter, let it have some oil on top, then you know it's ready. Otherwise you'll be visiting the small room often. If you don't do it well, it will purge you. you will have the shock of your life. I'm ready now to put in palm paste. Palm paste here is also oily. I'm using oil. Nkati Be Fusion. Now I have to add water to voluminize it, and I'm using hot water because I want to continue the cooking process. If you add cold water, it will stop boiling, spark itself, and then start again. I want it to continue, and I want to make it a bit thick, not very light. So I'm not adding too much water because I'm going to add the stock of my meat. Now the fusion has happened. Nkati Be Akotwabi Kukobetu mix. At this stage, I am waiting for the fusion to know each other and start boiling, and then I start adding my protein. So give me a couple of minutes. Nkati Be has started boiling slowly and gently, and we will be eating this with jute leaf, ayoyo, ademe. And to save some time, I want to be doing the ayoyo quickly while I put the main soup behind me on the hob there. But before I put it on there, I am adding my smoked herring. When it's smoked, it's a bit hard, tough, so I'm putting it to start softening. It's just a little bit of it. Our protein is just a little bit of almost everything. I've added them, and I'm putting the whole soup behind me on the hob while I do the ayoyo quickly. To make my ayoyo, I'm just adding a little bit of water. I want to add some garden eggs to my ayoyo. They've been nicely washed. Chopping them. Because the garden eggs are tougher than the ayoyo, I'm starting to cook them before I add the ademe leaves. My salt is saltfish. That's it. And then little bit of onion. I can hear the soup boil behind me violently, waiting for me. And some pakposhito to lively up your ademe. Pop. And this is the ademe. It came frozen, but I've defrosted it. If you don't like to add the saltfish, you can add your salt, but the saltfish makes it very nice. You should just smell this ademe. My ademe has been cooking for some time now, and I think it's ready for me. So I'm taking it and then bringing back the soup for completion. I intentionally cooked the soup alone well for it to start having some oil on top again. Can you see? Yeah. So I'm adding the protein, and I'm starting with cow foot. This cow foot have been steamed nicely with garlic, onion, ginger. It's so garlicky, so oniony, so gingery, and peppery. And when I steamed it, I use the stock to steam my crabs. And because that's tougher, I'm putting that first. If you have this meat in your palm nut soup or peanut soup or palm nut peanut soup or even light soup or whatever soup, the aroma inside the bone marrow of cow foot, it's so nice. It always makes your soup taste so good. I don't like missing it in my soup. I don't like to miss it at all. Now, this is wele. Wele is hide, cow skin, the proper one. It's a bit soft and good, so I left it big like this before I steamed it. I'm just giving it a slice. It goes in there. I can't wait to munch this. Look at the soup already. The soup is souping. So we're letting that boil a little bit while I add some water. Don't forget, I'm going to add the stock later, so I don't want to make it too light. So just a bit of water, leaving that for infusion. Look at the beauty of this nkatibe. Oh my god. Look at the soup. When I'm making nkatibe, I make a lot, a big pan, as you can see there. I make a big pan of it because nkatibe, the taste of it, even the next day and the days after. Ha! I don't just cook this and eat all one day. No way. It takes time to cook this. I want to add my beef now. It's also cooked, steamed with gog properly. And this soup is a luxury soup to me. So I try to be a bit extravagant with meat. Yeah, yes. Look at this fish. It's going in. If you have a mother-in-law who is as sweet as my mother-in-law, you will enjoy this fish all the time. I'm going to put it in last minute. Now, chop in some garden eggs. It's so beautiful in this soup and tastes amazing. Garden eggs are a little tougher than okra, so I'm not adding the okra now, but I'm adding all the peppers. The pakposhito. Hey! Pakposhito is also another type of pepper, Scotch bonnet, but smells very amazing. And then the steamed crabs. These crabs have been cleaned nicely and steamed, also with gog. Steamed just a little bit, so it's going to do the rest of the cooking in here. Look, crabs! And all the stock going in. Oh my god. Ooh, look at my soup. This is rich people's soup. If you ever ate this soup, you are rich. This beautifully aromatic ingredient is called Parkia bigelobosa, popularly known as African locust beans. Dawa in this soup definitely is a win-win. I'm adding a little bit of warm soup to it and then mashing it and then putting back in the soup. You cannot beat this aroma. This is my stock cube. I mixed it with a little bit of salt. You know I don't use salt to cook, don't you? But in cases where I have big bowl of soup and I don't have lots of salt fish in it to put the salt in it, I just add a little bit of salt. And as I stir in the stock cube and the salt, I leave it to finish cooking. If you see it, you think it's peanut soup, you think it's palm nut soup, but it is a fusion. Now in goes our bride, the smoked fish. Just leave it in it to show off, and then you top up with some spinach. I am using spinach. You can use any type of green if you want, and some okra. This is my okra. It was frozen before but defrosted now. This soup, you can chop the okra as well if you want, and then the spinach. I want to leave it in whole, like that, whole spinach. Spinach, when it boils, is just going to be mushy in the soup anyway, so just leaving it like that. Don't worry, it's not going to pour. The cameraman's eye is like, oh, it's going to pour. It will not pour. And you as well, you are thinking it will pour. It will not pour. I am leaving it for the final journey. Spicy fans, Nkatibe is ready. I am adding my crunch last minute onions to give it that vavavoom. Look at it. The oils from the palm nuts and the oils from the peanuts are in fusion. It is so nice. This is where the soup is done. This is where you taste it. Check for your salt, thick, and your seasoning. Mine is just good for me. Spicy Fafa fans, Nkatibe. Ta-da! You can eat this with anything. I am having mine, with kokonte lapiwa pakaka. I made this earlier on, and I've got a video of kokonte on my channel. Ta-da! Spicy fans, I am making kokonte now. Kokonte, as I called akaka in another video. I have made kokonte before, and while doing that kokonte, I explained 3 methods of preparing kokonte. This is the second one, and I have the third one. I am putting the kokonte flour directly into the pan and mixing it with cold water before putting on fire, and then you stir and stir till it starts to harden up. When it gets hard, you knead it towards yourself to make sure all the lumps are broken. Keep stirring. It will soon be hard. As you can see, it has started getting solidified. So I am continuously stirring. It is time now to start kneading towards me because it is becoming very hard now. Like that. and making sure you're breaking the lumps. And a very good kokonte has to be brown when you're cooking it. There you can be sure that the flour was made perfectly. Just like this. And your kokonte, akaka, is hard. Add a little bit of water. And the water you have to add should be warm water. If it's not warm, add cold and wait for it to heat up before you mix it. Otherwise, it will be peche. Peche meaning it will hot water, just a little bit. I covered it for it to boil and cook quickly. Please stir gently, gently, gently. Look at this akaka. It's soft, smooth, beautiful. And then when it's done well, you can see the brown color is deeper, and then the whole food tries to lift itself out of the pan. Kaka is kokonte. La piwa, face the wall. Black sanya. So our akaka is almost ready. I'll just cover it up for 2 more minutes to really steam up for the last. Normally, when you cook akaka, you just serve it tim into your serving bowls. Ha! Kokontes! Thank you. Hey! The kokonte is ready. Oh, hey! It's making my day. Oh, look.